Thank you. Big shout out to my admin Emoji J. He's amazing. And if you guys would like to be a guest on my show for future episodes, please make sure you hit up Emoji J on Instagram and he'll get you on the guest list. Okay. So if you're just tuning in right now, I want to welcome you. I want to say thank you. Thank you for being here. Welcome to Own It. This is my feature show that happens here exclusively on the Meet Me platform slash POF slash, all the sister websites every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. So thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this featured show. And if you've never seen me before, let me introduce myself just a little bit. My name is Cicely. I go by That Cuban Girl. And I have been in the entertainment industry for the last 10 to 12 years. I have modeled. I am currently a ring girl for boxing fights. I'm a former Miss Cuba. I have done pageants for a long time. I have dabbled in acting as well. I currently live in Los Angeles. I am still actively gigging and doing things that I'm passionate about. And one of the things I'm really passionate about is this show right here every single Tuesday. Why? Because I love hosting. I love connecting with all of you. And I just love having authentic conversations and sharing what I've learned in the entertainment industry with all of you guys. This is a show that it caters to streamers, but you do not necessarily have to be a streamer to enjoy it. Why? Because it is all about the good vibes. It is all about the inspiration. It's all about relating to people. Every single show, I have two different guests that I have the opportunity to talk to on here. And if you cannot relate to me, at least you'll be able to relate to one of the other two guests because we're all different. We have different stories. However, the intention behind Own It is that we become the best versions of ourselves by simply owning the uniqueness of who we are. We're all unique and different. We all have a story, and we can all make something out of what we've been through. Okay. So thank you for being here again. I want to do let you know this is a feature show. What does that mean? Well, a little disclaimer. Make sure you're respectful to the chat. Make sure you're respectful to the guests, to myself. I do have amazing bouncers on the chat. So if you're not friendly or respectful, they will gladly remove you. But I don't want to have to do this. Why? Because every single show, every single Tuesday, whoever gets to be my top gifter supporter of the stream will be welcome to my bouncing community. So, of course, if you're kicked out of the show, then you don't get to have that opportunity. So, whoever is my number one gifter today will be welcome to the bouncing community of my streams for an entire week. And obviously, if you are cool and respectful and we vibe, you get to stay as my bouncer indefinitely. So, that is my way of saying thank you to you for being here, for supporting the show, simply for showing up, for commenting. I do I do invite you all to comment on the chat if you have questions, concerns, if you have comments. I do see all the chats, all the conversations. I see you all, I read you all, I receive all the hearts, the support, the favorites. I do see it all, and I just want to say how grateful I am for you to be here. And I encourage you to be part of the conversation as well. So, once again, if you're just tuning in, welcome to Own It. This is the show that happens here with me, That Cuban Girl, every single Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time on the Meet Me platform slash partner sister companies. Okay. So, thank you for being here. And in today's show, I have two very special guests. One I haven't met, but I am going to have the pleasure of meeting and talking to him today. He's 27 years old. He's a streamer, and well, he'll tell you a little bit more about himself. And my other guest is someone who has actually become a dear friend of mine here in the streaming community. And that's the beauty of what we do here. We can actually authentically connect with people. And his name is Louis. He's a veteran and he's amazing. We've become friends along the time that I've been streaming on here, which hasn't been that long, but I have made really authentic connections on here. And I'm really excited to have him on the show today for him to talk to me a little bit more about what he does and how he's been able to turn that into like the streaming community. But today's topic, if you've been here before, you know that every single Tuesday I have a different topic for the show that we focus on. And so today's topic for the show is, has streaming helped you heal or cope with situations, and how? So I chose this topic because, especially based on Louis' experiences being a veteran and all of that, I feel like it's important for us to like acknowledge people that have done a lot for us and for the country, etc. And yesterday was President's Day, so what better day to honor that? Thank you so much. To honor that, than to have someone who was a veteran on here on the show and talk a little bit more about that. So that is the topic of the show. And let me tell you a little bit how the show is going to go down. If you're new in here, we are going to first talk to my first guest. Then we're going to have the quote of the day. Then we're going to have my second guest. Then we're going to have the tips of the day. And then last but not least, if both of my guests have time, we'll bring them both in the box and we'll all have conversations or final thoughts or show blogs or whatever it is that they want to talk about. And then I'll, of course, announce who gets to be the new bouncer for today. It's a new week. It's almost about to be a new month. So it's exciting to have new bouncers in the new month. And that's pretty much how everything is going to go down today on the show. So thanks again for being here. I see familiar usernames on the chat room. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. This is Own It with me, that Cuban girl. Happens every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Own It is all about me bringing my experience in entertainment to you, giving you tips and tools that you can use, whether you're a streamer or not, but I'm bringing that to the streaming community. Sometimes we talk about spiritual stuff. Sometimes we talk about tangible tips like branding, marketing, and it's also, we can become the best versions of ourselves by owning the uniqueness of who we truly are. Okay. And today, I think I have said all the announcements. I think I've said everything. I want to invite my first guest to please request the box. Louis, where are you? He's a veteran, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you've been a veteran for about 20 years. He has an amazing heart. I've gotten the pleasure of knowing him for the last few months. And yeah, I'm really excited to talk to him. Is my comment box frozen? Oh no, I see the comments. Louis, are you here? Please request the box. Let me see. Yeah, Lavender, I think he has told me he's 20. I might be wrong, but I think it's been a long time. So, well, I don't see my guest request in the box. Thank you for the favorite. I appreciate you. Mr. Solo, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Emoji, are you here? Where's Emoji J? I'm here. Okay, can you please request the box, Louis? So you guys, I'm really excited about today's topic because I do believe that in order for us to be able to do what we do, we're all in the streaming community, no matter if you actually stream or not. And for us to be able to do what we do, it's really important that we're healed from things. And in my own personal experience, I have found that that this community has truly helped me heal in a lot of different ways. And so that's why I chose that topic. Okay, so welcome, Louis.
Hey, how you doing? Sorry about I was having technical difficulties. You know my phone's crazy.
I figured it's okay. It's so good to see you. Welcome to the show.
I know it been a while, and you always look magnificent. I love the way you're doing your hair now.
Thank you so much, Louis. I appreciate that. So I know you a little bit, but tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a 20 plus years veteran of the Marine Corps. I also have 20 years in the police department over here, which I still work in. Um, which I don't think I'm going to retire because I love doing the job. I love helping people. If I was able to get back into the Marine Corps, I would. But I do a lot as a detective, and I have other things that I do that I help veterans with PTSD. I help people with drug habits because as I told you one time, myself about almost 6 years ago, I got into drugs because of depression. So I've been almost 6 years clean. So I try to help people that are struggling with drugs. And when they look at me, they say, well, how can you do that? You're a cop. And I show them cops are not perfect. Okay, depression gets everybody. It doesn't matter if you're rich, poor, okay, homeless or not homeless, depression affects everybody. You know, so that's what I've been doing nowadays.
Yeah, no, and I appreciate the honesty and you sharing that with us. I do want to apologize real quick if you guys see me muting myself or if you hear noises because there's construction in the house and I feel like it's really loud. But Louis, thank you for sharing that with us. And yeah, I mean, that's why today's show is all about healing and how has streaming been a part of that. Because for me personally, it's helped me a lot in the last few months. So do you feel, well, first of all, how did you get into the streaming community?
Well, I've been streaming on this other app, as you know, for over 6 years. And then I was on POF when it first came out, but then I left. And I recently came back like almost about 9, 10 months ago. But the thing is, I don't know, is it me or what? Whenever I stream, not a lot of people come. So I kind of feel down and I leave. But then when I go to other people's stream, like your stream, and I got other friends that I support, I like better watching other people stream, but I want to be a better streamer myself, you know. But nowadays it's been hard because I've been extremely busy and sometimes I don't get home until about 1 o'clock in the morning. But I love either trying to stream or watching people stream because coming in here, I forget what's going on out there, because I deal with all of the violence, everybody breaking the law. So when I come on this app and I see people streaming, people that are delightful to watch, like you, it makes me forget, and it reminds me that there are still good people in this world, and I enjoy that. I just wish that I could be more better at it, but I guess it's going to take a while. You
Well,
know.
and when it comes to having people on your streams, it's all about streaming and it's all about connecting. And first of all, everybody, please go favorite Louis because he's an amazing soul. And, a lot of people are very quick to judge others based on different things. And I think when it comes to streaming and having people on your stream, just continue to do it. Just continue to have the intention of connecting with other people. And I think you'll meet more friends and people like that.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. But sometimes it's like when somebody comes to my stream, the first thing I do, I acknowledge them. I say hello. But most of the time they don't say anything back. So I try to acknowledge them again. But if they don't do it again, then I'm just gonna ignore it because I'm not gonna waste my time with that.
Well, just
I
continue to
just
be you because people like me, for example, when you and I met on here, you used to come to my streams all the time, and we built a friendship. And so I think that people that are meant to be in your life and in your streams are gonna stay eventually.
Yeah, you see what I like about you when you're streaming, the minute you see somebody come on, whether you know them or don't know them, you greet them, right? That's what I like about you. And when I get on people's stream, first thing I do is say hi. Sometimes I don't get greeted back. So when I don't get greeted back, I leave because, it makes me feel, well, they don't want me there, so why should I even bother to stay? But you wasn't like that, and I have another friend that she's the same way. As soon as somebody comes on, she greets them, and I try to do the same thing. But I'm not gonna try to force people to like me because sometimes people don't like that. I could be a little bit too honest. And when I'm honest, sometimes I could be a little bit insensitive. And I don't try to be like that. Is as a former Marine, as a Marine itself, we are trained to be straight out. Okay. Whether we hurt somebody's feeling or don't hurt somebody, that's the way we're trained, and we don't need to hurt people's feelings, but we're gonna say the truth, and some people can't handle it. But I learned that now that I'm no longer a Marine, even though I will always be one, but I try to be more sensitive to people's feelings.
Yeah, well, I want to say, first of all, of course, thank you for your service and for everything, all the years that you've been a Marine, and you've been pretty much giving your time to the security, to our security and safety. So yeah, thank you for that. And I always tell you you're very kind and I admire you a lot. And I like the fact that even though we've had conversations where like you might feel rejected sometimes and all these things, you own who you are and you keep coming back to
Yeah.
streaming and to making friends.
Yeah, and sometimes people, they start judging me because, some people have a different view about the military, and I get that. But they start like calling me names and trying to put me down. And something I said, I'm not going to lower myself to your standards because you have no idea what we go through out there. And I said, if you want to judge of what we do, join. Then afterwards, you could judge. But you have no clue, and I try not to let people get to me because I know what I did. I did it for my country. I got into the service because of my brother. I wanted to follow in his first steps because he was in Vietnam for 4 years. And I was very proud of him. And even now we don't talk, we mad at each other. I'm still proud of my brother, and if it wasn't for him, I never would have done this. And I did it. I not too crazy about the stuff I seen or the stuff I had to do, but I made it home, and that's all what counts.
Yeah, 100%. And I want to make a quick pause and say thank you guys and welcome to Own It. Welcome to this featured hour that happens here exclusively on the online streaming community of Meet Me. Every single Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. If you're new on my streaming, I am Cicely, aka that Cuban girl, and I have this show called Own It. And the intention with Own It is for me to bring my experience, everything I've learned outside in the entertainment industry, to the streaming community. A lot of times we talk about inspiration, a lot of times we talk about branding, you name it. We have so many topics because every single week we have a different topic we focus on, but the intention of the entire show is for you and I to become the best versions of ourselves and to truly own the uniqueness of who we are. I don't know where Louis went, but Louis, please request the box again. I was just speaking to my first guest on here. His name is Louis. He's amazing. He actually has become a friend of mine in the last few months that I've been streaming. I think Louis was having technical difficulties, he told me at the beginning, which is totally okay. We're going to bring him in at the very end of the show, regardless. So if Louis, if you can request again, it's okay. Stick around, please. We're not done talking to you, but Louis is amazing. He also streams on here, and please, if you can go favor him and check out his streams. He has an amazing soul, and he's actually become one of my a dear friend of mine here on the streaming community. Did he request? I think. Oh, what did I? All right, there we go. Louis, perfect. There you are.
Yeah, what happened was somebody called me, and I'm using my second phone so that I won't get called. And somebody called me on this phone, and when I get a phone call, it automatically takes me off.
It's okay.
And then
Okay, no worries. Thank you to everybody who's tuning in right now. I see you all in the
Yeah,
comments.
yeah,
Friends and new people, I appreciate you being here. So, Louis,
yeah.
because the topic of today is has streaming healed you or help you cope in any ways? Like, can you tell us a little bit? Of course, it's a featured show, but can you tell us a little bit how the streaming community has helped you cope or healed you in any way?
Well, what I like about streaming on this app is more different than the other app that I stream in. On this app, people that I met so far, they're much nicer. Okay. On the other apps, the people there, they're only like after money, after gifts. Okay. They want to be your friend for a price. But on the Meeting app is much different. Okay. And I just think that this app is better regulated than the other app. And I actually feel welcome when I go on my friend's stream, like on your stream, my other friends, I feel welcome. But on the other app, there's a lot of streams that I go on and I don't feel welcome when they say, well, if you want to talk to me, send me 50K. And I tell them, bye, you know? Or when I go on somebody's stream and they like hardly have no clothes on, that to me, that's just a turn off to me, you know, and I don't think women have to lower the standards just to get a gift, you know, and I leave, you know, and some people say that I'm weird because I do that. I said, I just don't look at women that way, you know, and I think it's because of like right now, my cat is so jealous that I'm on here talking because she's right here.
No, and I can concur to that because I've been a friend of yours for a few months now, and you've always been very respectful. And I think ultimately it's all about connecting and truly getting to know people without judging them at first. And that is
Yeah.
basically what I just want to let everybody know on here. Just connect. Legend says it's echoing. I know there's like a feedback, but it's okay.
Yeah, that's because I got, I'm actually have my phone connected to my soundbar because for some reason on my phone you come out very low. So I figured, well, let me connect. Do I still have a feedback or no?
It's when I speak. Not anymore. Oh yeah, yeah, no, yeah. It's there. It's okay, no
Okay.
worries.
Okay, I think I got you at the right level, so you shouldn't hear no feedback.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Louis, so I just want to say thank you so much for being here. And I really appreciate your time and appreciate you being one of my guests. I'll definitely be bringing you back at the end of the show for, with the other
Okay.
guests, just for final thoughts and to plug
Okay.
in things. But everybody, please favorite Louis. He's amazing. And please stay in touch with him. He wants to connect and make new friends and build new connections. And he's an amazing person.
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for always being so kind. You know, I always appreciate you, and I'll be here waiting when you give me the other box.
Sounds good. Thank you, Louis. I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, everybody. Well, welcome to Own It. If you're just tuning in, let me tell you a little bit. What is this? So, my name is Cicely. This is Own It. I go by that Cuban girl here because, yes, I am Cuban, born and raised. I promise. I do speak Spanish. I almost wish I could do a show in Spanish on here. It would be kind of cool. But this is Own It. And a little bit about myself. I've been in the entertainment industry for the last 10 years. I am a model. I'm a ring girl for boxing. I am what else am I? I'm a TV host. I have a show coming out at the end of this year on PBS. And I have been an actress. I have been in pageants. I'm a former Miss Cuba. And so my whole intention with Own It is to bring everything I have learned out there in the entertainment industry to you here on the live streaming community, with the intention to connect, to build new relationships, connections, to grow our community as well, and to make this a safe space so all of us can truly connect and be here and learn and become the best versions of ourselves. Most importantly, so we can own the uniqueness of who we are. We're all unique, we're all different, we all have different stories, but I do believe that the streaming community is a very special community. It's very different than any other platforms, any other social media. And I do want to invite you to please connect with me on Instagram outside of here. Shoot me a message, DM me. I do get back to everybody within the first 48 hours. As long as you're respectful, I'll get back to you, okay? Because I truly do want to connect with you guys on here and make sure that we stay in touch. I do want to say thank you so much to everybody in the chat. Thank you to my friends on here. Shout out to my number one gifter at the moment. He's a legend. He's also my streaming BFF, and he has a feature show on Mondays. You guys should definitely check it out. Shout out to my admin, Emoji J, to Bunny, to all of you guys that have been here supporting me since day one, and to all of the new ones. I see you in the chat, Manuel Diaz and Jenny. And who else is here? Rafael, all the new people, welcome. I truly appreciate you giving me your time on Own It. And hopefully I see you every single Tuesday because this is what we do. So today I have two amazing guests. I was just talking to one of them. His name is Louis. He's a veteran. And my second guest is somebody who is also a streamer. He's 27 years old and he's all about the good vibes. But before we get into my second guest, I do want to go ahead and give you the quote of the day. And I'm going to read it to you from my phone because it was really long for me to write it down. You guys know I script everything, but it was just way too long. So this is the quote, or the thought per se. It says, one morning, she woke up different. She or he, okay? Done with trying to figure out who was with her, against her, or walking down the middle because they didn't have the guts to pick a side. She was done with anything that didn't bring her peace. She realized that opinions were a dime a dozen, validation was for parking, and loyalty wasn't a word but a lifestyle. And not because of a man or a job, but because she realized that life is way too short to leave the key to your happiness in someone else's pocket. I'm definitely going to post this on Instagram a bit later because I read this and I was mind blown. I was like, wow. And even though it says she, he, they, take it as it resonates to you, to who you are. But I thought it was something very relatable that has to do with today's topic. Today's topic is, has streaming help you heal or cope with any situation in your life? The reason I picked that, I always pick topics that have to do with my guests. Once I read their bios, I realize, okay, this is something we should talk about, and like, does it relate to me? Because I also want to make it relatable to all of you guys out there. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Look, I've been in entertainment for a long time. That's not your story possibly, but that is totally okay because we're all human. And that is the reason I do own it. I do own it so we can all come together and connect authentically and truly own who we are, and make it a safe space for everybody on here. We can also learn from each other, learn from our stories, our struggles, our experiences. And if you can't relate to me, maybe you can relate to one of my guests. So I do want to also say that at the very end of the stream, I will be welcoming my number one gifter of the stream to my bouncing community, my part of my bouncing family, as long as you're not already a bouncer. Right now, my top two gifters are already my bouncers, and I so appreciate your support always. You guys are amazing, but I just wanted to put that out there. So without further ado, I want to welcome my second guest to the chat box. If he's around, I know his real name, but I don't know if he goes by his real name on here. Let me see before I mess that up. Okay, so Boop. There we go. Boopy. Is it Boopy? Okay. Let me welcome him into the stream so he can tell us all about who he is.
Hi.
Hi. I almost called you by your real name, and then I was like, let me not do that.
Yeah. Okay, so my name is Boop on the app. Honestly, I've been on the app for like a few years now. But I only started streaming about a year ago. And I just have to say that my first account, I lost it, so like I couldn't get back into it or anything like that. I had to restart it. I had to start over. And the second time around, I met so many amazing people, and JoJo being one of them, Miss Bunny, and Legend, obviously, too.
We love them. Legend is my BFF
Yeah,
on here, and JoJo is also a dear friend. They're amazing. Everybody go favorite
and
them.
also Emerald, I just met recently through a featured show, and she's amazing as well. But it's
So welcome to the
so
show. Welcome to Own
thank
It.
you.
I'm so glad that you created your second account. I'm so glad that you're here. I am just meeting you
Yeah,
today, but I'm so excited to get to know you. And
yeah.
yeah, so how do you feel about today's topic? Can you relate?
Yeah, I can actually pretty much relate a lot to this topic because um, there were times where like I've struggled in streaming where like there was a lot of times where I wanted to leave, like I didn't want to, be there. Um, I felt like I wasn't being loved a lot, I guess you could say. I don't know if that makes sense, but I struggled a lot, especially with like the streaming. Um, sorry, I'm getting a little.
You're okay. Why do you feel you struggled a lot in the streaming?
Um, so I feel like I struggled a lot with the streaming because I like wasn't reaching goals or like I wasn't like getting like enough people in or like I'll say hi to people and I felt like it was pointless because they wouldn't say hi back or like things like that and um but
Do you feel like your intention when you started streaming the first time around is different than now?
um I would say definitely now it's definitely different because like I've met so many amazing people along the way and they've really supported me and they've really like helped me through like the rough times and I really appreciate a lot of those people. Most of them are in here. Yeah, but I really appreciate them a lot.
I love that. Well, and it sounds to correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds to me that when you first started streaming, you were very caught up in the goals, the maybe the diamonds or maybe top batch or whatever, and now it seems like you are more about connecting truly and not so much about that.
Yeah, I'm more about like just making meaningful friendships, like with people that I want to, connect with and like go to their streams, hang out in my streams, like things like that. Like I really like I really like those meaningful friendships a lot
Yeah, and I
because
really enjoyed Chuck's comment on here. He says that I don't think enough guys visit other guys' streams when some are really good. I actually agree with that, and I want to invite you all to go visit all the guys on this chat box right now to visit Boop on here too, because they're amazing.
mhm, definitely. I feel like it's kind of more of a struggle for guys too sometimes, but I just it's that's just I guess that's just how this app kind of is really. It's just struggle for us, but
So,
we
what do
can
you
definitely.
think?
No, go ahead. You
Sorry,
could,
no, go ahead.
yeah. Um. So, what was the question? I'm sorry.
It's okay. So I was
You
just
can.
gonna ask you, what do you think has helped you overcome your fear of streaming, or your maybe if you're shy or whatever it was that you're struggling with?
So at the beginning, my fear was, actually showing my face and like getting in the box and stuff like that. But now my fear is just losing like the people that I'm friends with. But
Well, I don't think you need to worry about that. I think at least
yeah,
everyone that's in here right now and they're your friends, I'm sure they love you and they appreciate you.
yeah. But I just really love like visiting streams too. Like even if I'm say like my stream's not getting so much people in or something. I really like visiting streams a lot too, and that's and it's a lot of fun. Let's just say that much.
I
Like,
love that. So do you think, so in which ways has being on here help you heal or cope, or has it been only by creating connections or something else?
well, just creating connections really, like with people that kind of like understand me and they they know they kind of know what I'm going through, but they're there for me, you know. And also, just being able to hang out with people and just I feel like that's really healing too, and just being able to talk to them, off stream as well, like, and just being able to like vent about my day or you know that's the true like meaning right there.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's very healing. It feels awesome when you actually have people that you meet on here, and then you can also talk to them off of the stream, and they're actually your friends. And it's like you've never even met them in person, but you feel like you've known them for a long time. That's a beautiful thing, in my opinion. So I love that. I love that that has been the experience for you as well. Can you tell us a little bit about what your future goals or dreams are when it comes to whether it's on the stream or off the stream, whatever?
Okay, so on the stream I pretty much hit the goal that I really really wanted to hit, and that was to hit my first milli. And I was very I was very happy when I hit it. Like I cried. I was so emotional because I worked so hard for a year to, do things to do things to pretty much get my stream going, and to like get people to interact with people. Like I started asking questions. I started like playing like card games like Family Feud or like Twisted Text. Like I started doing things like that to get my stream
Going.
to ask get to get my stream to answer the questions or to have a conversation, things like that.
I love that. I love that so much for you. Yeah, it's all about connecting with others and finding ways to make it. See, I'm really bad at that actually. Legend here knows that. I tell him all the time. I'm so bad at the whole game thing or the like. My thing is talking. I can literally talk about anything to absolutely anyone. I have no issue with that. But when it comes to playing games and all these things, that's more power to the people that can do that. I love that. I love streams that are like that, but I'm just not good at those.
Yeah.
That's
We-
amazing. Well, please stick around, Boop, because I will definitely be bringing you back in a few minutes. Okay.
okay.
Everybody, go favor him. Make sure that you give him some love. You show up to his streams, but he's gonna be back in just a few minutes before we end the show. Okay.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome. And thank you guys for being here. If you're just tuning in, welcome to Own It. Welcome to Own It with me, that Cuban girl. Yes, I am Cuban. I feel like I always need to say this to people. Yes, I'm Cuban. Yes, I speak Spanish, but this is a show in English, okay? It is a feature show that happens here every single Tuesday, exclusively on the live streaming community, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. And this is called Own It. Basically, what we do in Own It is I'm bringing my experience from the entertainment industry here to the streaming platform to give you tips and tools so you and I can become the best versions of ourselves. And how do we do this? Well, I invite two guests every single week that we all share stories, we share our struggles, we share the tips and tools that have helped us in the streaming world specifically. Last week we talked about branding with two of my guests that are good at branding. So we do shows like that every single week with different topics. And today's topic is, has streaming helped you heal or cope with situations, and how so? And based on those topics, then hopefully you can relate to me, you can relate to my guests. But my intention with the show is that you and I can own the uniqueness of who we truly are. A little bit about myself is I always struggled truly with owning who I am. I always struggled with people pleasing. I always struggled, especially with confidence. And you might look at me now and say, how have you been not confident in the past? Well, because I wasn't owning who I was. I wasn't owning who I am. I wasn't being honest about what I wanted and how I was showing up in the world, especially coming from a world as entertainment and influencing and all these things. It became hard for me to truly show me as I was. And now I am unapologetically myself, whether people like me or not. That is totally okay, but I am owning who I am. And that is my intention and my hope for you, that hopefully this show can help you even just a little bit to own who you are so you can be blossom and be great. And also listen to other people's stories, and maybe that can inspire you to be also great and to do things that get you out of your comfort zone. So with that said, I do want to give a quick shout out to my top gifters of the stream so far. And if you're not a top gifter, you still have a chance to become one and to be part of my balancing community. But right now, I'm going to give a quick shout out to my top 10 gifters and supporters of the stream, because also without you guys, my stream wouldn't be what it is. My show probably wouldn't have gotten featured. I'm always so grateful to all of you guys. And even if you're not a gifter, just you being here, you favoring me, you showing up in the comments and being part of the conversation, that all means a lot to me, and I just really appreciate you. So in number 10, it's Mr. Solo. Thank you for being here. It's nice to see you again. Number 9 is Lavender, nice to meet you. Number 8 is Burma Fit. Number 7 is Leroy, nice, thank you. Number 6 is, oh, it just changed, hold on. Number 7 just became, you guys, 1 second. Number 7 now is Yuma B 1111. Number 6 is Rebecca. Number 5 is Just Roar, who's also my bouncer. Thank you for being here. Number 4 is Got Game. Thank you so much for being here. Number 3 is Boop. Actually, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Number 2 is Bunny. I love you, Jojo. You're amazing. Thank you for showing up today. And number 1 is my streaming BFF, who I love and adore, and he knows this. Legend the Go. Please make sure you check out Legends feature show every Monday here at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Pacific. Hope I said that right. But thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. And I want to now jump into the tip of the day, which is going to be quick, hopefully, because I tend to talk a lot. Let me let you know what the tip of the day is. Okay. Tips on healing and showing up online. So like, how has healing helped you cope? And well, how do you show up online when you're trying to heal from something? Or I just believe that if we're all here is for a very similar reason, for connection, right? So one of the things, my first tip when it comes to that is to connect with others that have similar stories so you don't feel alone in what you're going through. So yeah, it's really important for us to all connect with other streamers, other people that have similar stories to ourselves. And how do we do this? Simply by going to people's streams and listening to them and see what they're about. My second tip is always speak from the heart. Always be yourself, always speak from your heart. Whoever you are, own it, and just do that. And number 3 is forget the naysayers. Okay. Legend knows this because when I started streaming, we had a conversation, and I basically, when I started streaming, for like 1 second, I had the thought, what are people gonna think about me? But then it quickly went away because I was like, no, I don't care, truthfully. So I started promoting on, I know some people here have had like different like streaming Instagrams or whatever. I was like, I don't care. I am who I am. If I'm involved in something, is because it aligns with who I am. I would never be involved with something that doesn't align with myself, with my brand, with who I truly believe in. So for me, I forgot the naysayers. So like, I just started promoting the streams and what I was doing everywhere. I tell my friends that I'm a streamer. I don't care, because why would I do something? If I'm ashamed of something, why would I do it? right? So that's like the takeaway from this. It's like, if you are ashamed of streaming, why are you streaming? If you're streaming, is because you like it and you like whatever it gives you. So forget the naysayers, truly. Just don't care and just do you. You know, you're not doing anything wrong here. So that's just my personal belief when it comes to that. And then someone said you should do the top gifters already a bouncer. They pick a bouncer to receive it. Oh, that's a really good idea. Thank you, C Legend. That's why he's my friend. He's so creative. He's so creative. I dream of one day being as creative as you are. So yeah, you know what? That's a great idea. So the top the top gifter gets to actually pick a someone that they, if they're a bouncer already, they get to pick somebody to be bouncer. I like that. That's a good way to put it and to go about it. Thank you, Legend. So thank you so much, guys, for being here. This is Own It. We're reaching the end of the show almost, but I just want to welcome you. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new on my live stream, welcome to my live stream. This is Own It with me, that Cuban girl. And this show happens here exclusively on the online streaming community every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time with me. And in Own It, well, we all learn how to truly own the uniqueness of who we are, right? And like that way we can become the best versions of ourselves. I have two guests every single Tuesday, and we talk, we share, you know, based on the topic of the week, we share our stories, and hopefully all of you guys can take something from this conversation, feel inspired, uplifted, or, you know, on the weeks that we have actual tangible tips of, like, let's say branding or marketing or confidence or things like that, you can actually take things that you can actually do in your life to become better at those things. Okay, I want to encourage you all to connect with me on Instagram outside of here, because I do love connecting with every single one of you. And I do want to invite you to please continue the conversation in the chat box. I see you all. I appreciate you all. I'm so grateful that you're here. I see all the hearts, the favorites, the gifts. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And without further ado, I'm going to invite both of my guests back in the box for final thoughts or anything they want to talk about, so we can all, you know, have a bit more of a conversation. So, Boop, you're back in. Louis, when you request the box, if you're still here, Moody says Cuban Girl for top badge. Thank you. That's actually one of my goals at the end of the year, to be top badge. So I know I have to keep working hard at it. But thank you so much. Louis, do you need to, oh wait, hold on. Yeah, I think Louis, you have to cancel and request again, because I'm on the computer. So it doesn't just let me accept you. So just cancel, yeah, and request one more time. Hi, Boob.
Hi.
So I'm so grateful I got to meet you and talk with you and get to know you. Oh, there he is. Ooh, Louis. Okay, perfect.
I always get rejected. No.
Don't say that. Oh no. No, I do want to let you both know that I'm really grateful that you're here. Thank you so much. You know, you both have different stories, and Louis, being a veteran, I really appreciate you, everything you've done. I still hear feedback though, but it's okay.
Okay,
So,
what about now?
uh, yeah, still, it's when I talk. So, Boop, I want to ask you a little bit, because you didn't really tell us a lot about your story of, like, if what, you know, what were you doing before streaming? As long as you want to share, whatever.
Okay, so before I before I pretty much streamed, I wasn't. I was just really on the app for like dating. Like I didn't. So like I knew about the live streaming, but like I didn't really use it. So here's the like sometimes when you like pressing on something and like I accidentally went into someone's stream and there it was. I
And
said
you,
hi and I said hi to the person and like started interacting with them and then we like became friends after that. So like I didn't even like stream at all yet. Like I just I just pretty much was in people's boxes and just kept going to people's streams. I hadn't streamed yet.
Okay,
But
and then after that, you just enjoyed it and started streaming.
yeah, because I like meeting new people. So
So, what are your streams usually about?
um, they're either usually talking about people's days or uh, asking questions. I usually listen to music, but like not really loud, just enough where like I can hear it, and some people can hear it. But I usually like to sing too, and I'll have like little dance parties as well.
That's really fun. Are you a good singer?
Yeah, I love singing a lot. You can even ask JoJo. I used to do her like talent night when she used to have talent night. I used to love singing a lot. It
You
was
should
my
go
main
to.
passion.
Have you been to Angel Moreno's show? You should do that.
I did. I actually did his show. I actually know him as a person too. So,
I love that. Someone says, "Let's hear
yeah.
you." You don't have to. You don't have to. Totally put on the spot. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
It's okay. And so, Louis, for you, what do you want out of streaming? Like, what are you looking for on here?
Well, I would like to like meet more people, and because so far I think they're cool people on here. One thing I want to address, you was talking about a lot of men should go on other men's, but I can understand why they don't, because I used to go on some men's stream and never got acknowledged, right? But what I like about, like, for example, Legend, when I go on his stream, he acknowledges it. He's just like you. He acknowledges people right away, and that's why when I go on his stream, I say hi. Even if I stay there for 2 seconds, I say hi and I leave, and and that makes me comfortable going on more guys' stream because of that. But there are some guys that are totally different. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's like you. You both great. You both had good hearts.
Thanks, Louis. We try. Yeah, that's why we're friends. Thank you so much for saying
But
that.
don't ask me to sing, because if I sing, people will run, okay?
I won't ask you to sing. It's okay. No, and that's why I really truly enjoy doing this show and connecting everyone with everyone and building this community and sharing what I've learned. And if I don't know something, just being the mediator for other people to share what they know. So it makes me really happy that you guys like it, you guys connect with it, and that I keep seeing like very similar people coming back every Tuesday, but also new ones, and that makes me really excited. So I want to ask you guys, is there anything you guys want to plug in, like a show, your streaming schedule? What do you want to plug in?
um, I
Go
usually
ahead.
stream around like after 5 o'clock Eastern time. So if anybody wants to check me out, that's usually where I'm at.
I love that. Everybody go favorite booth, please.
See, and me, it's hard for me to stream, and when I do stream, I try to do it on a Sunday because that's the only day I have off. But what I basically do, I come on and I just play old school music, freestyle. And if somebody gets on and start talking, I talk. If they don't, I just sit there enjoying my music, you know?
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I love about this. You can literally stream about anything you want to stream about or talk or as long as you're respectful, it's your whatever way you want to express yourself. I love that.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah,
Well,
it's like for me, it takes a load, okay? Because when I come on, I have all this tension because of my day outside. But the minute I come on here, it's like it relaxes me, because some people on the stream, they're more understanding than the people in the real world, Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. Well, I want to say thank you so much to both of you for being my guest today. I appreciate you so much. Louis has been my friend for months now. Very kind soul. Everybody go favorite him. And Boop, I just got to know you, but you're a sweetheart. And I'm so grateful for your time and for you to share your story. And I will be seeing you guys very, very soon because we're all connected now.
Yep.
And I'm grateful to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome,
Appreciate
guys.
you.
You're welcome. Everybody go favorite them, and I'll see you guys later, okay? And for all of you guys, thank you for joining Own It. No, I did not forget about the whole bouncing situation, so don't go anywhere, okay? We're not quite done yet. I do want to say, if you're just tuning in, we are reaching the end of this featured hour with me, that Cuban girl. This is my show, Own It. And this show, I share my experience in entertainment industry with you guys, bringing you tips, tools, things that you can actually do in your life to become the best version of yourself, to hear other people's stories. Hopefully you relate with me or with my guests. And even though we're reaching the end of the featured hour, I do want to invite you to connect with me on Instagram. If you're on Meet Me, my Instagram logo is right there. If you're not on Meet Me, my Instagram name is Sicily Marin, Sisily. You'll find me right away. Connect with me, please. And for you guys who have been here this whole time, the few of you that always come back, my BFFs on here, I'm so grateful for your support. The new people that are just tuning in, I'm so grateful to meet you. Thank you for the support, the hearts, the comments, everything, being part of the conversation. I appreciate you all. And without further ado, I am going to now say and give a shout out to my top 10 top gifters of the entire stream, because without you guys, there would be no feature show or no Cuban girl, or this, it just makes it better. So I really appreciate you all supporting. Thank you, people mom. That's thank you. I met you last week and you're amazing. Thank you for coming back. So this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna do a new thing, okay? A totally Legends idea, but we're gonna try it. All right, hopefully he picks someone good. Because my top gifter of the stream is already my bouncer, who is my BFF Legend. He's going to pick a new bouncer, but hold on, don't do it yet. Okay, I'm gonna give a quick shout out to my top 10, and in number 10 is Burma Fit. Number 9 is Leroy. Number 8 is UMAB 1111. Number 7 is Rebecca. Number 6, Pitbull Mom. Thank you. Number 5 is Just Roar. Thank you so much. Number 4, Got Game. Number 3, Boop, who's also my guest today. Thank you so much. Number 2 is Bunny. Bunny, Jojo, you're amazing. Everybody go favor her. And number 1 is my BFF on here, Legend. So because Legend is already one of my bouncers, Legend gets to choose somebody to gift the bouncing to. So now, go now. 3, 2, 1. Dun, 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 dun. I choose. This is exciting. See, he's good at this stuff. Boop. Oh, I love that. Yay. Oh, I love that. That made me really happy. Thank you. I love that you did that, Legend. See, this is why he's my BFF on here. This is why he has a really good heart. He's amazing. Congrats, Boop. Boop is my guest today, but he was also a gifter. He actually was number 3. And now, because Legend is my number 1 gifter of the stream, he got to gift Boop the bouncing. So I love that you did that, BFF. Thank you. So Boop, where are you? Hold on. There you go. Welcome to my bouncing community. You are now one of my bouncers. Yay! There you go. Thank you, Legend. I so appreciate your support. You did that, and I take a lot of. Let me tell you, I take a lot of my streaming ideas from Legend because he's probably one of the most creative streamers that I've ever met. Just saying. So thank you guys for being here. If you just got here, it's okay. Go favor me. You'll see me next week. Well, you'll see me before next week, but every Tuesday, this is Own It. This is my feature show with me, that Cuban girl. Every Tuesday here on the Meet Me platforms at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. I love you all. I appreciate you all being here today and supporting and showing up and commenting on all of the things. And I hope that I see you next Tuesday so you and I can own it. Mwah. Bye, guys.